Here's everything we did on day 3 on Utopia of the Seas. We started the day at Windjammer, which is a huge buffet, and we fueled up for our perfect day at Coco Cay. Then we made our way off the ship. This was also our first real look at the ship from the outside, and she is massive. Then we were off for our perfect day at Coco Cay. The weather was beautiful, and one thing I'll say for the moms, leave the stroller on the ship for this one. There are trams that will take you to the island from the ship if you don't want to walk, and then there are more trams to take you around the island. So we hopped on a tram and got to see most of the different beach areas. Luckily, it wasn't a very crowded day, and then we spent our perfect day at Chill Island where we had a daybed to relax. The water was so calm and beautiful. I took my daughter into the ocean for a bit. We could also see the ship from our daybed, and just look how big Utopia is. It was a hot day, so we headed back to the ship after a couple hours and wandered around the pool deck. Here's a look at the water slides, and they also have Baby Bay, which is a splash pad for the littlest guests. And of course, for the adult guests, they have the lime and coconut bar nearby. This was my favorite drink. Back inside, we stumbled upon this Avengers-themed parade, but they're not the Avengers, they're the Effectors. I'm not kidding when I say there is always something going on Utopia. It turned into a whole song and dance production, and people were having a great time. Next, we got ready for dinner at Chops Grill, and this was probably my favorite meal of our cruise. It's an American steakhouse with all the classics, and I did bring my daughter to dinner, and they were so accommodating. I did another video on Chops Grill if you want to see more. And then this little guy was hanging out in our room, and then it was time for the big finale, which was a concert by none other than the Utopia of the Seas godmother herself, Meghan Trainor. She put on such a fun show. Whether you realize it or not, you probably know all of her music. She was taking selfies with the audience. She serenaded a lady who started sobbing. Like, can you imagine? She brought this little girl up to dance with her for a full song. It was such a good show. Now, you tell me if I'm crazy, but I swear she waved right at me. Look at that. Hey, girl. Anyway, I had such a good time, and this was truly the perfect ending to the perfect day on Utopia of the Sea. This was our last day, but I cannot wait to plan our next cruise. If you have recommendations, let me know, and thank you, Royal Caribbean.